All right, welcome back to Stack Cash, and this is our sixth AMA. Thank you all for joining us again. As always, we're here to talk about the Stack Cash ecosystem slash protocol, the new layer two that we started with Binance Smart Chain, but have a world of opportunities beyond that. So I'm Muddy Mo, a board member here at Stack Cash. As always, we got one of our other board members, Vin, on. What's going on, Vin?
What's going on, Mo? How's it going today? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there in Stack Nation?
Very good, very good. All is well, Vin.
Good.
Um, when the PC goes down, I have to make
Yeah,
sure that I get my stuff together. So my PC went down, now I got it, working. So we good to go, man.
yeah. It's always something, brother. You always got to do something. You have the phone for the backup.
Yep. And before we get going with some house cleaning and some other things, I do want to say, the Stack Cash board and committee, and even all the DAO members. One thing about us is, this project is for DeFi users by DeFi users, but we're also becoming more and more tight knit. And as you guys come in the fold and kind of learn about what our project's about, it's about us in the community and us caring for one another. So I do want to say publicly that we hope one of our board members, Tina, is a little under the weather. So we just wish her, all the speedy recovery, and hope everything goes well.
Awesome. Yep. Sends her love. She misses you guys. Can't wait to get back into the groove here.
And we can't wait to have her back. A lot of these the designs that you see, and all the different gifs and memes and stuff, that's Tina, and the Twitter is Tina. So we miss her, and we can't
Yeah,
wait to have her back.
that's awesome. I'll tell her. I'll definitely pass that message along.
Thanks, man. So today, guys, we have some conversations that we can have, and these AMAs, as you guys know, is structured to be available to whatever you guys want to ask. So it's a true ask me anything. Um, us as board members, we'll try to answer the best we can, but it's
Yep.
to ask me anything. So some people have questions about the project, and especially how we fit into the DeFi space. Just feel free to ask us, and we'll also talk about some things that you wouldn't typically catch anywhere else. So feel free to just join in and pitch in when you can. And if you have a question, we're here for it. So
Yep.
today, one thing we do want to talk about, I think last time we talked about the CBC, and we were talking this week, the CBC or Cash Blue Chips smart contract within the Stack Cash protocol is really, really powerful. And just as I said earlier, focusing on community and kind of binding people together, and while we're all making some gains, the CBC contract is going to do a phenomenal job with the Stack Cash protocol, partnering with other DeFi tokens and growing the space overall. So that's one thing that's great about Stack Cash is it's not just all about us. We're trying to build a layer two that can be adaptable. Obviously, have a lot of governance so everybody can vote on it. But not only just that, connects others in the space. So many people, especially new people, might be lost, and even older people might want to have something that a project that they can connect to. So,
Yep.
um,
It's just another
so
utility. That's just another utility. People ask what the utilities for Stack Cash. So the CBC is one of those right there.
great point, Van. So we'll talk CBC. Also, I think you just brought up something really important, Van.
Yep.
Utilities. So
Yep.
everybody's like, hey, what's the utility of this? What's the utility of this? So that's something else that we'll definitely talk about today, because we want people to get the full understanding of how you can utilize this layer two. This is the utility. If you if you guys
Yep.
look at your utilities in real life, you know it basically does some good for you, and Stack Cash is the base layer of doing good for you in DeFi. But
Yep.
along with that, we'll also talk. Then this is the big one: revenue streams. So, in traditional finance or in the traditional world, every company, every business needs revenue streams. So we'll talk about our project, how Stack Cash is essentially we're going to have multiple revenue streams within the crypto DeFi space.
Good stuff.
and and also another thing, we'll also talk about how APRs are paid too. Somebody asked that, I believe, about the CBC, so we could talk about Cashbox and CBC or what have you. But I can also kind of explain exactly how these revenues are how APRs are paid, and what makes it sustainable. And I think that's the key to Stack Cash. You see other projects, and one thing about us is we're DeFi users in the space, so we know we're aware of all the other projects that come out, and we take from those projects to try to make Stack Cash as best as we can, more fitting
Yep,
for each of us as DeFi users. So
exactly.
good. All right. Then you said you had a sandwich this morning. It's a steak. You said it tastes like a
Uh,
steak.
it was the best breakfast I had, and wasn't even like homemade. It was just like from a donut shop. It was like you can only eat so much hospital food, you know. So yeah, when I
Yeah.
was eating this, I had a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap. It was like tasted like a felt like it was so good.
You know what, man? Some of those smaller, like, mom and pop places make the best food, man. Like, oh,
Exactly, definitely. They're like diamonds in the rough, man. You never know.
exactly. And you know what? That's how Stack Cash is. We're a diamond in the rough right now.
That's right.
People get a chance to jump on early. And yeah, I think the great thing is we're so personable. We're available. So
Yep.
just like that, we can make that bacon, egg, and cheese specific to
Yep.
you. So
Perfect.
I like that. All right, so let me get my screen shared
Yeah,
here.
it's important. It's very important to support the mama papa stores, because they're the backbone of this country. That's just this brick and mortar shops. That's what makes it go around. So anytime I
Exactly,
see one,
man.
I'll always go in and help them out.
Exactly. That's awesome. Yep, that's awesome. I do too. Um, Miss Muddy always she always says like, "Oh, why do you want to try these rinky dink places?" I'm like, because first off, like you said, Vin, they're keeping the whole economies going, right? But not only just
Right.
that, you find those diamonds in the rough. So
Yep. Yep.
I agree with that.
And you know what, man? They're the ones that step up, like when like there's these natural disasters. They set up shop. They start cooking for people, donations and stuff like that. So I applaud those people.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree. All right, so here is our link tree. We're going to get some more information added to the link tree here, but for now, this is a very, very good source for anything that you want with Stack Cash. We have everything here, and we're adding more and more information. Um, Also, we're very transparent. As you guys know, everything is multi-sig. So, we have developers and other people that we get paid from a safe wallet. So all I'm trying to say is we have some new updates coming. A lot of people with projects say, hey, who's your guys' developer and who's this, who's that? Well, one thing about Stack Cash, just like we're built, as in a board and a committee and a DAO, we also hire multiple talents from the community. So
Yep.
community builders, developers. It's not just one. So I think that's what makes us special. Is
Right.
that we combine a lot of talent together here, and that's what this is, kind of the melting pot of DeFi.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, the link tree here, you can come check out all about Stack Cash. Another thing, so now that I got my computer back, I'll get that next version of the white paper out. We are up to part 6, and a lot of people, say, hey, I want to read the white paper. I want to read the white paper. Great, you can definitely read the white paper. We'll have that available. But Stack Cash is really unique because we put our white paper in video form for you, so you
Yep.
can actually share it, you can like it, do all that good stuff, and you can kind of get it in small chunks. Um, so yeah, so here we have at the top our social media links. Feel free to stop by, join, and as always, just ask any questions that you have. Stack Cash is the premier layer too, for the space. So feel free to check us out. And we'll also let me jump right into the website. So within this week, crossing our fingers, we're really
Yep.
close to this. But within this week, we'll be promoting the website publicly, and we'll have it up on Twitter and YouTube, the whole nine. Um, so now, it's very, we just want a functional our website to be functional and to serve all of your purposes. So, we're kind of running through it with a fine-tooth comb, making sure that all of you all can really have a good user experience when you're at the Stack Cash website. So that's something to look forward to. And as always, we look to community input. So if you say, hey, the website needs this, or I don't understand this, that helps
Right.
us to make it better.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about security. We pay attention to like the littlest details, you know. So we try to make everything like perfect. That's what we want to do, you know.
Exactly, man. And as I always say, man, it's measure 3 times and cut once.
Yep. Yep.
Some of my construction guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've been there.
Right. So I'm just running through it. We got the stack information. So if some people who are interested in the stack token, we have that. Also, we have a cash token information. And not just that, we have the smart contracts within our ecosystem. As we'll talk about utilities in just a moment, the smart
Yep.
contracts within our ecosystem that's built for you and not you and me, and in the real life, in the real world, in traditional finance, um, a lot of the things that it offer at a bank is something that you can find here. We have savings, we have basically like a checking almost, and we also have a CD contract, like a bond in the bank. So,
Yep.
and on top of that, we have really investment opportunities with CBC. So you get a chance to get blue chip tokens and other DeFi tokens as well. And
Right.
we put a little cherry on the top with the sweep stack. So the sweep stack you can earn daily. So just a little something there. And also, a lot of times in talking about Stack Cash, we have our NTTs, and everybody's familiar with NFTs, ERC 721s. Well,
Mm.
we're a little bit different. Just to kind of review, if you don't want to know what an NTT is, it's essentially an NFT. However, it's connected to your wallet and it's not tradable. So it's that value that you want to have to get extra rewards, and it also connects our team rewards and team DAO governance to your wallet. So it's really the kind of the glue. But
Yep.
even bigger than that, I'll tell you, I want to own stuff. Like, I ride down the street with my daughter and she'll say, hey, who owns that? Who owns that? Who owns that? And
Yep.
it's like, I wish I could say I owned all this stuff, or part of it.
Yep.
So with Stack Cash, the NTTs allows you to get ownership. A lot of people say, hey, I'm gonna get the token and I'm gonna trade the token, I'm gonna do this. And that's
Yep.
great because we want you to get the cash token and build the store of value is the stack token. However, we can't force you. We can take you
Right.
off the water, but we can't make you drink. But we
Yep.
really, really want you to understand the benefits of the ownership in the project.
Yep.
We're built with different treasuries to give you, the users, ownership. And I think that's more important than anything.
Absolutely. I kind of think of it as I was talking to Tina about. She's like, that NTTs, you got to think of it as like frequent flyer miles every time you use that card or whatever it is, and it's attached to your ID. So that's like what an NTT is. It's just you earn points and then you get to use those points, and that's how she kind of made it. She framed it up like that. I was like, that's a good point,
I like that. I like that.
right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. And
She's
it's
the brains.
attached. I love it. And it's attached to you. I love that. That's a great analogy.
Right,
Um,
right.
so now for those you don't know, just to kind of review. So there's multiple layers to the NTTs. This is our committee NTT, and once you purchase that NTT, you'll get private access to private channels that we discuss the project as a whole. So the Statcast committee entity will always be available, and you can just jump in here. You can also be an early adopter right now, and that's something that's coming very soon. Is you have a chance to be an early adopter and get a committee entity as well, and that's for a limited time only. But the committee entity is meant to grow, and to have a lot of people involved and have a lot of people have a ownership opportunity.
Yep.
So that's that. And really quick, let me just go through the board NTT and the H board NTT. So the board NTT is really a top level NTT, and it's connected to our board treasury. What these entities really do, outside of giving you the voting power and a say in the project, which is important, it gives you rewards. It gives you extra rewards.
Yep.
So a lot of people, sometimes oh, I want to be early, I want to be early, which is great. um but it's not just all about tokens. It's
Right.
about this added portion here, and I think, Ben, we're first movers for something like this.
I
um
think so. Yeah, I haven't seen anything in the space like that. Other, you got the NFTs, but yeah, this is definitely first mover, I believe.
yep. So I mean, with that, it's a learning curve. But the board entity are the top decision makers for the project, and they're the ones kind of rolling up their sleeves when everybody else is asleep. They're the ones awake and talking about the inner workings of the project. So,
Yep.
um, and so this will be available for a limited time as well. And with when the board entities are after the stack launch, there will be no chance to get a board NTT. So this is limited, but you want to
Right.
get in and get the higher rewards and have the higher say, right? All
Yep.
right. One more
Absolutely.
thing. And last but not least, we have the H board NTT, essentially just stands for the hybrid board NTT. And what this is has gets the same rewards as the board NTT. However, one thing about this is available after the launch as well. Now, you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna, buy the H board NTT because now I want to be a part of it." It doesn't necessarily work like that. If you don't
Right.
get in early, if you don't before the stack launch, get your board NTT or H board NTT after the launch, you'll have to basically, in so many words, you have to well up. So you'll have to you have to
Yep.
reach the average amount of all the board and H board entity holders, the average amount of stack that they hold. And for some people that might be unattainable. So if you want to be if you want to
Yep.
get in that top level, you gotta jump in early, and you gotta really get this ownership with the H board entity.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Being early is good sometimes, right?
Oh yeah, especially in crypto and DeFi. But
Right.
I think then one of the main things is people when people aren't used to something, they're usually kind of scared of it. What I'm saying? I understand that.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but yeah, so that's why we're here to kind of slowly explain what this is, and
Yep.
also HBOT NTTs. The one of the biggest perks, especially being early, is that you can get 250% of your deposit back. Right.
Mhm.
So if you're an early adopter, you can get up to 250% of your deposit, and you have other options too. You can get 200% of your deposit and 100% of your deposit. Myself and Vin as board members, we don't even get this option, and
Right. I know it.
yep, and this is allocated within the launch. If once the white paper is released, you'll be able to see that this is allocated to pay early adopters back from the launch. So
Yep.
we've kind of thought that through, and that's the whole thing with HBNTT. So
Yeah. Definitely a good opportunity for people to get involved early. So, not financial advice,
not
obviously, but
financial advice.
yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, man. So let's kind of jump into it, man. So I know again, thanks to Pete, one of our committee members, who brought up some really good questions in our Telegram. If you haven't already, go join the Telegram. Right now is the time. You want to get
Yep.
in and know what's going on. Um, but he brought up some really good questions pertaining utilities and revenue streams. So then, and just as a board member, it's just regular talk. Tell me what you think about the utilities of Stack Cash.
Oh, I love the utilities. There's more than one, obviously. Well, we got the cash token, which is a utility in itself. You got the sweepstakes. You got the CBC. Um, I mean, how many other projects out there, have this extra utilities within their protocol, really. So I'm excited about it, man. I love utilities. The more, the better. You can move your money around a lot more. So yeah, I love it.
And you know what, Vin? My thing is as a DeFi user, been here for 7 years. I've seen
Yeah,
all the different projects and all the different kind of stuff.
right,
And I'll talk about my personal favorites parts of the utilities of Stack Cash, but it's added stuff to do, but
you're
you're
right.
making gains the whole way, right? And then you can do
Exactly.
more with it. And
Yep.
to me, you're so kind of confined sometimes, like, oh, well, you can buy the token, you can sell a token, you can compound it, maybe.
Right.
It's
That's it.
that's it. Like, oh, go
That's
home.
it.
That's it. But with us, we have a lot of things coming. Um, I think my favorite utility, we'll go through all of them, but I think my favorite utility is Sweepstack.
Yep.
So Sweepstack, let me pull it up here, guys. So Sweepstack really allows, not like NTTs. I love that. I
Yep.
love the other utilities from the utility coin, the cash
Yep.
token, Cashbox and CBC. I love those. But Sweepstack is really, really unique to me because it can be interactive.
Right.
Oh, also, Vin, real quick before I keep going, um,
Yep.
talk about because we got another we had another NTT committee NTT giveaway, and we'll have
Yep.
many more to come. So Vin's the man
Right.
for that. So
Yeah.
kind of talk about what we've done there with the committee NTTs, and I think it was with the NBA and NHL.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is offer people a chance for absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything to just get into a contest and win a committee NTT, which you'll gain rewards from protocol. And like I said, don't cost nothing. So yeah, we did an NBA for the championship series that's going on right now, and we did one for the NHL Stanley Cup. So all you had to do is pick the team that was going to win, and how many games it would take them to win the championship. So like I gave an example, like Denver's playing Miami Heat. So I was like, I'll take Denver in 6 games, to beat Miami. So and then if you get that right, boom, you get yourself a committee NTT. So it's like kind of like a real world outside utility we're trying to incorporate and to give to the community. So they're great opportunities, and you should always check in the Telegram, check the pin messages because there's going to be a lot more. We're always going to do something like this for you guys and girls out there. So yeah, it's exciting. I wish more people would have joined or took a chance to win this committee NTT, but there'll be more contests. So like I said, make sure you check the pins in the Telegram group. Yeah, and we'll see what's coming out in the future. We got baseball still going on. We can maybe do something for that. We'll see. And then can't wait for football. Maybe some fantasy league stuff. We'll do something like that. But yeah, we got a lot of ideas. Yep.
Very good, Vin. Now, like Vin said, y'all know football season's coming, and some of you guys, we got something special planned for that as well. So,
Yep.
thanks, Vin. And again, it's all about community building. It is
Yep.
about DeFi, of course. We're here to make gains and take care of our
Right.
families,
Yep.
obviously. But not
Yep.
only just that, it's bigger than that. Stack Cash is community building. And I think
Right.
that's the key to really kind of understanding, what we have going on here. So
Yep.
good
Even
stuff,
Tina
man.
got involved. Tina was like, "Yeah, let's do a horse race." It was the last minute, but she was on that too. So, and she was talking. I think there was another one coming up. So I'm not even sure when, but maybe something like that too. So, like I say, stay tuned. Check the Telegram. Who knows?
Who knows, And
Right. Right.
and as you say that, we can get stuff for the ladies too. Ladies, Stack Cash,
Yep.
well, I was just say crypto and DeFi is like 99% dudes. We get it.
Yep.
But
Yep.
ladies, you're welcome to come on and let us know. Hey, no, we need something for the ladies and give us some ideas. We might
Right.
participate. We might get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
You want to do
um
like Miss America pageant or something? Let's do
right.
it.
Right now the guys might like that too, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
That might be fun.
Right.
But yeah, so again, that's what we're here for. We're here to basically, connect the space and you know, be connected with one another while we all make gains. Um,
Exactly.
Also, really quick, I will say, as I spoke about NTTs a little bit earlier, one thing about NTTs that you want to pay attention to is there's going to be some benefits, not just on the Binance Smart Chain. Stack Cash is a layer 2 project. So without giving, I'm not going to give any secrets away, but you might want to really think about an NTT.
Yep.
Because again, I keep reiterating how important the NTT is right now. NTT, everybody
Yep.
thinks about the tokens. The token's not going anywhere, but the NTT availability is
Yep.
going to be probably become more exclusive over time. So you want to make sure you focus on the things that we're saying. The ownership is first. Trust me. And
Right.
NTTs that get you more tokens automatically from our built-in treasuries. So
Yep. It's like
um,
adding that bonus, like when you go out, like I say, you go to gamble or something, you hit that bonus, you pay a little extra for it, right? But when if it hits, boom, you just double up your money or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of look at it.
exactly. I like that, Vin. You know,
Yep.
I think about it like, flying first class,
Yep.
like,
Yep.
yeah, you fly commercial, you can go buy some tokens, you can go buy stacking cash when it's out, you can go participate, cool, build a team, all that good stuff.
Yep.
However, do you want just the peanuts and the and the apple
Right.
juice?
Right.
No, I want
I,
to I want
I
an
want a
egg
steak.
sandwich,
Yeah.
a warm blanket. Like I want the reclining chair. I want foot room. That's what the
Yep.
NTTs essentially is. It gives you all these
Right.
extra benefits, and
Exactly.
you be flying high, man. So, um,
Yep.
so one utility, I guess the first main utility that essentially connects everything here, and this kind of connects with how APRs are paid, is through our stack token. And the stack token reflections is the key to everything. Not
Yep.
only with the stack token are we constantly building liquidity, um, but we're also it's deflationary because while it's not burned, so you don't have to worry about a burn wallet and somebody taking all of that. That's not
Yep.
an issue. So it's not burned. However, our protocol treasuries make sure that there's less tokens in circulation all the time, and it's also automated, self-automated volume. So we'll talk more about the revenue streams, but a lot of people say, hey, what if nobody buys? Like, what if
Yep.
is this contract, do we need 10 more people to pay me off? No, and that's called
Nope.
Ponzi-nomics. And Stack,
Right.
we've made sure as DeFi veterans, we've made sure to not have any Ponzi-nomics here. All right, so
Right.
you're not robbing Peter to pay Paul. All of
That's
this
right.
stuff is built to be self-sustainable, and all of it is built to grow liquidity and to also grow the value of your tokens. So that's something that's really important to understand.
That's right.
So the over collateralization, it basically pays for all the cash products, so all the APRs that you get paid in Cache, the single asset staking pool,
Yep.
CBC, and also Cashbox, the bonding contract. So it basically does all the heavy lifting and is built to continuously grow the amount that it can afford to help the project with. So then I know that's irregular. Some people, it's hard to connect the dots. If
Yep.
something's so creative, it's hard to connect the dots. But that's how yields are paid, and you know, essentially, well, I was talking about the stack token price. This gamma squeeze, this is what we're doing with our treasuries and all the team treasuries that everyone who wants to earn has to be on a team treasury. Essentially, what it does, it just takes stack tokens out of circulation, making them much, much more rare. And I don't know about you, Vin, but I like rare stuff, diamonds, gold bars.
Yeah. Original Air Jordans.
Right, right, right. Exactly. I like that, man. I like that a lot.
Like I should have
Very
bought them,
good.
man. I should have kept them when I was a kid. Who knew, right? Who knew?
Right, right. Look, man, one of my nieces, I'm a sneakerhead, man. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh
she
yeah.
got some what's called some Concord Jordans, and these are the ones I think he wore in like I can't remember what year.
Yep.
But they get re-released, and
Okay.
they got them when they were re-released, and they were brand
Yep.
spanking new. And I was like, hey, hold on to those because they were
Yep.
like I think it was like $200. I was like,
Yeah.
hold on to those. Guess how much those sneakers are worth now, Vin?
Uh, they were 200. I'm gonna say they're probably worth, I don't know, 2K, 3K.
Not that much. But
Really?
there are some sneakers that's way more than that, right? But those
Right,
shoes are up
right.
to $700, and this is in a 2-year span.
All
So,
right, so it's getting to the thousands. It's getting
yep,
there.
it's getting there. Exactly, exactly.
But you know what, man? Somebody wants those bad enough, they'll pay 1K, one and a half. Who knows?
Man, it's a whole lot of somebody's.
That's right.
These kids love sneakers, man.
Listen, I'm a memorabilia guy, right, man? I've been collecting since I was a kid, and I'll talk about my stuff to people, and they're like, "Oh, I need that. How much you want for it?" I'm like, "It ain't no price on the table, my friend."
Right, right,
You
right.
know.
Yep, yep.
So,
And you know what, Vin? The stack token is similar to those things. You
yep,
know, you when you get it, you always, especially in DeFi, we always think, oh, let me sell it. What am I going to sell? But
right.
it's really a store value token. And that's
Hmm.
why that exists. And also, we understand that people want to do some other things. We
Yep.
have a utility token. Cash is the utility token that you can kind of do other
Yep.
things with. So I love
It's
the
collateral,
analogies,
man.
man. Keep them coming.
It's Yeah, it's collateral. So you want that collateral, you know? That's awesome.
Exactly.
Hmm.
All right. So again, over collateralization, the way we consistently pay a stable yield, and a lot of people ask, how do you pay this stable yield? That's how we do it, through the own contracts, the inner workings of the contract.
Yep.
Another major utility is, and I talked about this earlier, is the entities. I'm not gonna go all the way back through that, but just understand this: if you want to own something, don't stand on the sidelines and wait on somebody else to tell you, because what's gonna happen as the team building begins, and as influencers and other team builders start to understand the significance and how the team stuff works, you
Yep.
know you're gonna want an extra edge, because you're gonna feel like these guys building teams are gonna get this and get that, and that's not quite the case. But you're gonna want to get extra tokens just for participating. The way to do
Right.
that is through NTTs, and it's available to everybody. There's no
Yep.
special special people over here. We're all special together. um
Right.
so yeah, so the NTTs is what's really important, and that's a great utility to provide ownership. And it's not tradable. Like, oh, sometimes when you
Right.
get an NFT, people are like, oh, well, I can't wait to dump this on your head, or dump this
Right.
when they get, you can't do that with the NTTs, and it's made for a specific reason to be permanent to your wallet. Um,
Yep.
so that's another major utility. What else we have? We have many, many, many more. I'm just gonna pick the main. It's very few. So real quick, we got Cache. So Cache,
Cache.
the single
Yep.
asset staking pool. This is a tool, and although it's really simple, it's, to be honest, it just adds so much opportunity. And what I
Yes, it
mean by
does.
that, as a single asset staking pool, you know, having the cash token, you're gonna earn more cash through Cashbox, or you can just purchase cash, however you want to do it, mint it or buy it, whatever. But
Yep.
with Cache, it really allows you to earn on your own merit. Now, most things that we have here is team building, and teams do really, really well here. You can get free airdrops without needing a team leader to airdrop you. The system
Yeah.
airdrops everyone.
I love that we're doing that automated, so you don't have to worry about your team leader dropping you something. It's just automatic, you know. And the more you participate, like we talk about this all the time, so you can make more than your team leader. So, and that's another thing with the NTTs. You know, you can have your own team with the NTT. You get a little bit more, you know. So yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Exactly, man. And I know some other projects around the space. They still kind of do the old MLM model. Oh, well, the team leader gets 10% and this and this.
Yep.
And then it don't matter if you're a whale, you can't pass that team leader. It's almost
Right.
impossible.
Yep.
Here, like Vin said, you're the team leader's in competition with not just other teams, but you're also in competition with your other team members. They can get more than you
Yeah.
in a certain month.
That's right. Yep.
But Cache is the individual portion of this single asset staking pool, up to
Yep.
75% APR. So once you have the cash utility token, which is 1-to-1 with USD, you'll be able to, basically stake this and withdraw it anytime. It's simple, it's
Yep.
easy, it's immutable.
Yep. No fees. It's all
No
tax
fees.
free. Yep.
Exactly. It's the lowest risk on the principal. And to me, it's just like a checking account. You need cash, literally, figuratively too. If you need cash,
Yep.
come check your cachet out first, and you can
Yeah.
go get you some cash that you've saved up.
Throw that
Because
into the sweep stack too. Perfect.
exactly, Vin. And I get excited talking about it because I just can't wait. And more people in the world are going to know about this. And
Yep.
especially those now, you got an opportunity to be early to kind of understand the workings of it. And I kind of go behind the scenes. We got other more devs that we're bringing on board right now. And that's something that we're working on now is getting more devs and more talent to the table. They
Yep.
looked at this contract and said, you guys are really, really organized and really thought this thing through.
Yeah, that's great that they recognize that. It's not just like an ordinary one page light paper. You're lucky if you get a white paper. We got video format white paper, but they look at it and they're like, wow, it's like you guys are really into this, and so I love that when they say that right away. It just shows that they see the effort that's being put into this project.
Exactly, Vin. Exactly. And that's rare. Like, I hate to say it, but in a lot of projects, people don't read white papers. We get it, but
No,
in a lot of projects, the devs want to tell you less and they want to make more. And that's not how we're built at all. Or the team
right,
leaders, or the project leaders. That's not
right.
how we're built at all. We're actually the exact opposite. We're going to give you how the hot dog is made.
Yep, yep.
Everything that's in this thing, you're going to know just like we know. So,
You got the secret ingredient.
exactly, exactly, exactly. So another thing is the cash smart contracts, as you guys see here. This is key because the cash smart contracts, like we were saying earlier, you don't want to just compound and go home or withdraw, go home. You want to just stay a while. This is something that you can get excited about, and it
Yep,
also helps team leaders promote better, right? It's almost a natural incentive to want to promote something that's working great for you, and not
yep,
just that, you know the safety, no rug pulls, no anything like that. But
yep,
having some things that's going to be multiple layered because you have so many different personalities.
yep.
Um, like Ben, what's your favorite cash smart contract or project?
What's that again?
What's your favorite cash product? CBC, Cashbox, Cache?
Ooh, I get excited over the cash box and the CBC. I really
Okay.
do. And I mean, like even the sweepstake, but yeah, right there, that's the hot because I'm I'm putting money into the cash box, right? I'm earning my rewards. Now
Mhm.
I have options. I can go ahead and just buy stack with that. I can go ahead
Mm,
and just send that to the cachet, make more money on that, whatever,
mm,
for free. Doesn't cost me anything. Or I could take the money I earned, okay? Money I earned, put it into the CBC and earn blue chip. Not only am I keeping the cash money that I'm putting in there, but I'm earning blue chip. Now I can take that back out, recycle that. All right. I'm very excited about this.
yeah.
Yep.
Man, Cashbox, and that's why it's built like that. It's phenomenal because, like you said, having Cashbox lets you do all the other things in the project. Like it's all
Yep.
kind of connected.
Yep.
And then on top of that, Vin, having the NTT, a board or committee NTT, is even
Oh,
more on top of that. So
exactly. Yeah. It's gonna pay for itself, man, in no time. Yep.
it's gonna pay for itself. Exactly, Vin. And
Yep.
to me, I told you, man, sweepstack is my favorite. Um,
Yeah.
I came in this game as a minnow, man, and
Yep.
as a minnow, it's hard to really move that needle. So
Yep.
this project is for both whales and those who come in who just got a couple dollars, right?
Yep.
Sweepstack to me is to help the little guy. It really lets you. It's
Yeah.
if you
Yep.
pick the right team, right, on the team side of
Mhm.
it,
Yep.
and you participate more than everybody else on your team, you're gonna hit a miscellaneous team win. Not just that, you can hit a miscellaneous individual win, and it's lossless. So you're
It's
building your principal in Cashbox, and you're
yep.
also getting direct B&B on the team side, and more.
B&B. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So some people even like look the way I think is if my team wins, I get if anything I can use that B&B to pay for gas fees,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
you know,
Yep.
and it's a blue chip token. So it's the number 4 token in the world. So
Right. Yeah. Oh
um
man. Yeah. It's just
so
it's
you know everybody now some people gonna say, look, I'm a simple guy, man. Cache is my favorite, bro. It's
yep.
basically free and I can just
Yep.
earn, you know.
Right.
So
Yep.
that's just a couple of those utilities. Let me keep it moving, guys. But yeah, I get excited about this stuff because there's so many utilities in this project, man.
Oh, we ain't done there either. You know, we got ideas for gamification too. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad you said that, Vin. It's more to come. You
Yep.
know, we want to pull the best talents from around the space, everything that's in your head that you say, I wish this project would do this. I wish they would listen to us. That's
Right.
what we do here.
Yep.
Littlefish and Vin have already come up with some ideas on some different gamifications that we can use. So
Yeah.
Stack Cash is built to grow. It's literally built to expand beyond where it starts. It's, some people say, okay, that's what they're giving us. That's what I'm going to take.
Right.
He-
Right.
Here, it's a little bit more than that. You can actually have a say. You can actually say, no, no, no. Got an idea for a great project to tie
Yep.
into this.
Yep.
If it is voted on, it goes. All right. So I'm
Yep.
gonna go through these real quick, and then we're gonna talk about revenue streams.
And
So,
this one more thing. So
yep.
just to touch on that, that's why we're keeping some things of this project not immutable, so that we can expand and adapt on it. So just so everybody knows that out there.
Man, that's a great point. I
Yep.
almost said the Muddy Mo Bing. That is that's a great point.
Yep.
Immutability is really good. And like I said, like Cache, that's immutable. That doesn't
Yep.
change.
Right.
But like to Vin's point, most of this is available to be, built over time and adaptable. That's important. So thanks for
Yep.
saying that, Vin. That's awesome. Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we got the cash smart contracts. We have the cash box that Vin just spoke to, which is our bonding contract, earn a stable yield at 0.5% per day, and that's sustainable in multiple ways. Also, another great utility that we have is our team treasuries. Let
Mm.
me put it in layman's terms. With team treasuries, you can make a paycheck with Stack Cash. It pays
Yep.
every 2 weeks from multiple contracts. So if you participate in stuff, you'll be able to basically earn. It might not be your whole paycheck. It might just be a little something, right? You might be
Yep.
able to, take your spouse to dinner or something. I don't know, but either way, it's something that you can look forward to outside of just the norms of earning in the project. So,
Right. Yep.
um, so the team treasures, and then like I said earlier, the automatic airdrops. You don't have to wait on somebody and beg them for a handout. No, 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 no. The
Right.
protocol gives you the airdrops for you participating. So
Participate, and that's the key word. You can't just be on a team and just forget about it. So you ain't gonna get rewarded for that. So that's why you want to
right,
build a strong team, have a strong team leader. So we need participation, and we
exactly.
want you to participate. So you need to show up.
And you know what, Vin? On top of that, one thing that's great about Stack Cash, you're not stuck on one team. If you
Yep.
if you get on a
Yep.
team and your team is not participating in team sweepstack like you want, and you guys are
Right.
not, competing, you can go find a team that can compete the way you want. And even
Right.
bigger than that, you know what's great about us? We're gonna have visual statistics in all the team standings and statistics. So it's an active, it'll be an active DAP that you can actually see who's doing what. So
Right.
there's
Right.
nothing hidden here. Everything's all out there in the open. So
And that's big because a lot of times people are trying to figure it out. They'll get these spreadsheets. They'll be looking for tools online. Well, I'm sure we're gonna have tools. We'll have people make us tools, which they're very helpful. But just seeing it visually on the DAP, that's awesome.
exactly. And you'll be able to vote within your own teams. We're all partners. That's why we even said it like that, team partners, because we're
Yep.
all partners. We all have equal stake in the team aspect, including the team leaders. So,
Exactly.
but with the team stuff, again, every other week, every 2 weeks, you have, stacked team treasury reflections and the CBC pool rewards. So participate,
Hmm.
you'll get those the first 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, you have cash box rewards. So the team's cash box and, team treasury rebalances, which I could talk about it
Yep.
another time. But that's something that's going to be constant on top of your committee or board entity if you want to do that. on top
Yep.
of your stack reflections, on top of what you make in Cashbox. It's just
Yeah.
it's just all
Yep.
around, man. Just it's that.
Yep.
This is him or he or she, whatever. Oh
Exactly.
boy.
And build your
So
own team. You know, you're gonna want to build your own. You're gonna be on a team. If you don't have a team member, we'll put you on a team. But and then you want to get people to sign up under you and make sure there's strong players that want other people to get involved. And you can just break away, have your own team treasury, earn yourself more rewards being the team leader. So it just goes on and
exactly.
on here.
Then exactly.
Yep.
You can roll up the sleeves and do it yourself. You know what? I can be a
Yep.
better team leader. You get your
Right.
own team treasury. Let's do it.
Yep.
I love it. But last but not least, just to kind of move through this, we also have, you know, we talked about cash box, earn a stable yield. So we talked about team treasuries. We also have my favorite sweep stack, which you can earn direct BNB as a team, and you get credit just for participating. So it's lossless. It's not a
Mhm.
gamble. It's not, running playing scratch offs. You don't lose anything. So
Right.
it's really cool there.
You know what's
And the
great
big,
about that too? You win
yep.
that sweepstakes, right? Say I don't know, B&B's at like 220 or something that day.
Mhm.
Boom, next day you win that sweepstake, B&B's at 280. Bang, you just made a profit right there. Switch that over to
Exactly.
USDC or something, you made some gains right there. So it's always good to monitor everything else that's going on, with our blue chips. So awesome.
E- Good point, Van. Good point. The price appreciation of the number 4 token right now in the world, how
Right.
like
Right. You can win B&B and even make a profit on B&B that day. All right.
you know what? I think the main thing is we want to create some winners, man. And
Yeah.
that's what that's doing.
Yep.
So that's my personal favorite. I just love sweepstakes for that.
Yeah.
Now, I know this is a contract, CBC is a contract that a lot of y'all are going to love.
Mm.
It's first off, it's exclusive, right? So, um, if you go certain places in the world, some people don't want to have everybody. You don't want the riffraff in, right? You don't want farmers just coming off the street, taking all the gains and leaving. That's not.
Right.
It's This is not built like that.
Yep.
CBC is exclusive to Cashbox users. So
Yep.
participate, join the team, and you can earn. Even
Yep.
on an individual basis, you can earn. So CBC is another major, major, major utility. That's something that actually kind of adds more into the revenue streams. But you can
Right.
earn blue chip tokens and you can earn other DeFi tokens.
Yep.
Let me talk about that in just a moment.
Yeah.
At a stable yield. That's crazy. Like,
Right. Right.
you
Think
know,
about that. Oof.
right. At a stable yield. And then not only just that, it's not like, oh, I got a bag or I got some dry powder I want to pump into this farm.
Right.
You can do that, but you got to go through Cashbox first.
Yep.
So once you go through Cashbox, then you can do that. But once you do
Hmm.
that, you'll be able to earn yield on all these different tokens,
Right.
which is phenomenal. And
Yep.
CBC opens the door. This is a first mover contract. It really opens the door to other projects and tokens within the space. So
Yep.
this is something that it's hard to come across, and it really can't be duplicated how we've done this. So the CBC is really, really, really special.
Yep.
I we have a white paper video coming out shortly that explain this in detail. But all I'm going to say is, participation is key, and you want to be a part of it. So that's another big utility.
Yep. And you
So
know what?
real,
It's money. It's money you earn from the cash box. So it's not like we're saying to you, all right, we're gonna need some more cash token or stack token or BNB to buy it back in. No, you withdrawing whatever amount you want and you're putting it into the CVC and then you're making that blue chip. So yeah.
you know what, Vin? You bring up a great point. A lot of projects, you know, when they want to grow more, they always say you got to add more. Like, oh, give us more money and
Right.
you can do this,
Right.
and give us more money
Right.
and you know,
Hmm.
stack cash is built for you not to need to always go. Now, some of y'all gonna want to buy more stack. No
Yep.
hate there. Do that. Some of you gonna want to get an NTT. Go
Right.
ahead. That's all. That's wise in my mind.
Yep.
However, it's not built to where you always have to have dry powder and you feel like what I call treadmill. You just running in place, running in place. Like, how much
Right.
money did I actually make? And
Right.
it's just anytime something a price goes down, a token is sold, it really puts everything in jeopardy for the site. A
Yep.
lot of us are used to CD contracts, and I don't want to name any specific contracts, but used to CD contracts that is based on Ponzi-nomics. So when the money's gone, or when certain users stop joining, then it seems like the value just goes down. This
Yep.
is the exact opposite of that, and
Right.
CBC is just one of those revenues, one of those utilities. So
Yep. And a lot of reasons they're doing that is because they're looking for more liquidity, man. You know, they oh, we're gonna charge you more, so we need more liquidity. This is how we can do it. You know.
right, exactly, Vin. And you know what? Just like in real life, it always comes down to liquidity. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I always talk to my buddies and I say, look, there's no love without money. You can't be in love with being broke. You can't.
Nope.
you got you gotta have some liquidity.
Yeah. That's important.
Yep. So we're basically building that liquidity. And that's
Yeah.
something we're building a liquidity for, and it just continuously grows. So real quick
Right.
before we let you guys go, let's talk about revenue streams. Now, most people, when you say, "Hey, what's your outside revenue streams?" That's kind of to be compared to, um, it's really to be compared to contracts that constantly need new players and new money to come in.
Yep.
And while obviously the way the teams are built here in StatCash and the way the protocol is built, yes, we're going to want and we're going to get new people and new funds in and reach out to broader markets. We haven't
Right.
even discussed the marketing plan. So, we're going to reach out to broader markets just than us.
Yep.
However, it's the revenue streams is built through StatCash. So StatCash itself is as new revenue streams within the workings of what we have. Some people are like, what are
Hmm.
you talking about? How does that happen? Let me explain. So the first major revenue stream to the StatCash protocol is the CBC contract. So the CBC, as we said before, it rewards users in blue chip tokens. So once you enter from Cashbox, it just say BTC. You want to get your blue chip. You want to get BTC. You want to get wrapped ETH, whatever you want. You enter that pool from CBC, and you'll be able to earn that BTC, and you can directly put that in your wallet once you get rewarded with it. Right. Also, this is how we build other revenue streams. We grow outside value through CBC because not only can you get blue chip tokens, you can also get other projects DeFi tokens. What do I
Yep.
mean by that? Not to name any names, but one project has a lot of fairness and transparency to it. However, they in a situation where they almost have a lot of quantity or too much quantity. Stack Cash, not only can users just say they have a lot of fans of their project, not only can those users participate in our project and make more gains to themselves, or that project in our team building is built to be for institutions and for large groups of people, right?
Yep.
They can also create a team and participate, vote on the blue chip token they want to be. Just say it's ABC token. We want ABC token. That's our token. I'm bought into that. I love you guys' project, but I'm gonna come into ABC token.
Yep.
Stack Cash allows you to earn ABC token through the CBC.
Yep.
So as far as outside revenue streams, that is the outside revenue streams, is not just the blue chip tokens, but also other DeFi projects tokens. So this is what really, really opens the door for CBC and for Stack Cash to partner with other great projects in the space.
Yep.
One thing about us is that, we don't want people to be focused on, making ends meet and then having to dump everything. There's
Right.
no point. We've been around this space too long and we've seen that cycle go over and over again. Stack
Yep.
Cash is built for us to not just, build upon a strong blue chip tokens in the space, our tokens, our native tokens, but also with other tokens, right?
Yep.
Regardless of
Yep.
what their price does, you'll be able to earn that quantity if you participate in CBC and it's voted on. So,
Right.
simply put, this is the outside value that's growing the total value locked of Stack Cash through CBC. So that's a major revenue stream. Is the other projects tokens and the blue chip tokens that the total value locked through CBC is built to not really sell. So so it's gonna
Right.
just continuously grow and grow and grow. And
Yep.
remember, the only way to enter CBC is through Cashbox. So you don't have to spend those tokens to make those tokens. If ABC is your favorite token, you don't have to, oh, let me buy some ABC. And no, you already got your ABC. Come participate here, and then you can create yourself more ABC token. So
Right. Right. And we don't have a lot. Well, it's a 30-day farm process, right? Once you get out of the cash box, but you don't have to take it out, correct?
you do not have to take it out.
So there you go.
And
And
I'm
it's not
glad
going
you
to
said
reflect.
that, man.
It's not going to reflect what's going on with Bitcoin price, ETH price. And we're not going to do any of them trashy meme coins either. You have to worry about who's going to be dumping on you or whatnot. In here, you're
Right.
safe. You're earning money. You don't have to take it out. Just keep earning and earning.
Keep earning. Exactly. Earn yield on tokens that might not even have yield for them. So you can come here and earn yield on that token.
Right.
So that's a key facet to what we have going on is a revenue stream is how the CBC grows outside value and grows total value locked of the entire platform.
Right.
Another major revenue stream to Stack Cash is that we're gonna have a DEX, and with every DEX, it's trading opportunities, and we're gonna be at AMM. So it's obviously going to keep the prices of the tokens, where they should be. But the CBC also kind of ties into that as well. With having a DEX, it opens the door for a lot of other things and trading of not even just our tokens, because Stack is not really a if you're a trader, you don't want to really trade Stack. Stack is a store of value. But
Right.
there's other tokens around the space. If you want to trade them, we'll have a DEX for you to do that.
Right.
So liquidity providing, of these, other tokens and other things, even liquidity providing for stacking cash. You can do that. Um, the DEX is another way that we bring in other revenue streams from outside into the stack cash ecosystem. And not just that, we know we have a lot of traders out there. People just love to trade. No big deal.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
we'll be building from our DEX through like Pancake Swap and other major DEXs. However,
Right.
in addition, into itself, our DEX, the Stack Cash DEX, will provide you those opportunities. So if you want to trade, you have an opportunity to trade.
Yep. And remember, you got to go through Cashbox to get your ABC. So, there's more money coming into the protocol right there. So there's sustainability. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Vin. Exactly. And last but not least, and this is the major, I think probably the biggest portion of Stack Cash. The biggest addition or revenue stream for Stack Cash is participation.
Hmm.
Participation. It might sound crazy. Like, what do you mean? How can the way the tokenomics are, the way Stack Cash is built, it's unlike any other DeFi project you've seen. Stack Cash, as I said earlier, is not reliant on new money alone to pay the old money. There's no Ponzi-nomics. With
Right.
Stack Cash, we have through our protocol owned treasuries. And just for review, if you don't know what I mean when I say that, the protocol owned treasuries, the board treasury, the committee treasury, the Stack Cash treasury, these treasuries are whale market participants. So
Hmm.
they hold Stack and they grow Stack just like you and I, but they are the built-in whales. So
Exactly.
essentially, it's the whales that's working for you. And not
Yep.
just that, we have the mega cash in Cashbox. That's the whale that works to pay us in Cashbox. It helps. It takes some stress off our regulator treasury, right?
Yep.
And to kind of review, the regulator treasury pays APR for everything essentially, but that takes a lot of stress off of that. With CBC, we also have whales. The super CBCs, for each token, there's a whale of that contract that nobody can get larger than. So that whale is helping to pay that APR. So the way these protocol owned treasuries are specific to us, and it's these whale market participants only work for all the users in the protocol. That's it.
Exactly.
um, and
Yep.
also real quick, Stack is organically the deflationary in how we talked about the gamma squeeze earlier. It's organically deflationary through these whale market participants, through these treasuries.
Right.
And it's built by design to constantly build a liquidity floor. All that's really saying, because everybody worries about this, is this a rug? Can this rug? No, this is
No.
not a CD contract. That liquidity floor, it won't stop. You know, and
Right. Yep.
everything here is built to add to the liquidity floor. It just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing on the cash
Yep.
side and the stack side. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Another added piece to that is it adds organic in-house volume, these whales, these treasuries, because they're making movements every day. So
Yep.
again, it's not necessarily depending on a new person coming in with a whole bunch of money or new whale and no, within itself, the treasury is going to do the work. They're going to definitely do the in-house volume for it. But the main key is to get more for the entire protocol, and for you as a user, it's best to participate. Now, notice
Exactly.
participate is different than adding dry powder. Of
Yep.
course, adding dry powder is a higher level of participating. So definitely do that if you want to have a more of an advantage, right?
Yep.
But as long as you participate, your value here is built to go up. And that's something that's specific to just that cash and how we're maneuvering with the tokenomics. So
Right. And that's what makes it attractive to people that think, wow, it's been running for a month, 2 months now. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about other people joining up so that you can get your funds to pay you. That's not how it works. You're not going to be late. It's good to be early. But like we said, you don't have to worry about if I join now, other people are going to join after me. Am I going to be able to get paid? Because normally that's how it works. You want other people to join up to you, after you, I mean, to pay you off. So not here. That's not how it works.
exactly, Vin. Exactly.
Yep.
And not only just that, this thing is built to be here beyond just us. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
should outlive you.
You got to teach your kids how to
Like
run this.
that liquidity is not going anywhere. And you know what? Some people ask, "Oh, does the devs have access to it? Does the
No,
board have access to it?" No, we do
no,
not. This
no,
is like nobody does. Like it
nope.
literally is just literally there to grow and
Yep.
continuously build on the platform.
I
Um,
love that. Yep.
Yep. So last thing, so yeah, so it's not rug proof because we're constantly building, a liquidity floor, and
Right.
we have its own in-house volume through the treasuries.
And
So
I'm gonna, myself personally, I'm gonna stop my cash box. Okay. And then what I wanted to do is, um, I want like a domino effect. So I'm gonna have two, three wallets so that, I can start taking out money on one. Boom, I got another one started because it's gonna be perpetual. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it. I got a few plans I got in my mind how to do this. And
oh, I like that, Vin.
strategies are going to be important too. And we'll talk about that with people. We ain't going to hide nothing. You want to talk strategies with us? We'll talk strategy with you. We're
Heck yeah,
transparent.
heck yeah.
You
Now,
know,
Vin, my strategy is whoever's on Team Muddy, we're gonna go crazy in sweepstack. Like everything else,
I
sweepstack is
love it.
it. We're gonna go crazy in sweepstack. I don't care.
Yeah.
We're trying to beat everybody. So
Yep.
and it's an equal playing field, but we're gonna try to win in sweepstack every day. We're definitely gonna be participating in that. So
Are we gonna have a
um
stack cash sweepstack show every day?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Now
Oh
I
yeah,
you know
I loving that.
yeah, oh
And we'll
yeah.
be giving away more. We'll be giving away more like token to people for like guessing. Is that how we're gonna do it?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Oh, what?
So
Even more free stuff? Oh man.
exactly. So in addition to the standings page and the statistics page, so you can kind of see what's going on in the space. To Vin's point, we're a community project. Every
Mhm.
day you can come back and come on. We'll have a show and it's going to be put on by the users. It doesn't have to be Muddy Mo every day. It doesn't have to be Vin every day. It can be a user show, it can be a team show, whatever you guys want to do.
Right.
So that's so that's another big piece to this too, man. Thanks for saying that.
Awesome. Awesome.
Um, so last but not least, just simply put, the more users participate, just to rehash, the more revenue is going to be stored within the protocol, and the
Yep.
more users and protocols itself will be rewarded. So liquidity flow grows, and not just that, even if the new users and new money slows down, that's the major question, especially from coming from CD contracts. People want to know this. The protocol has that in-house value that increases the stack dollar value, right? So the stack price, that
Hmm.
gamma squeeze is going to go up. It should go up. And it also decreases the amount of stack available for purchase. So it
Yep.
becomes like we were talking about sneakers, and I know Vin got his baseball cards. There's
Yep.
not a lot of this stuff going to be available to buy. So
Right.
if people discuss the stack token, oh, it's a 10% fee on it. Yes, but it's a store of value token. However, there's
Right.
opportunities with cash and CBC and sweep. Is opportunities to get other tokens, so do not have to sell your stack.
Yep.
That's I think that's the key, is having something that you can just hold on to, and it's not like, oh, all over the place. Like kind of Bitcoin is like everybody has some Bitcoin. That's fine. That's great. We want everybody to have
Right.
stack too. But
Right.
stack is something that you can continuously see grow, and it has mechanisms behind it more than just the quantity.
Yep.
Bitcoin is mostly a quantity game, right? And that's fine.
Right.
It's gonna be less available, and it's harder to mine, all that good stuff. But
Yep.
with us, with Stack, it's built to blow up. It's built
Yeah.
to the price and the amount available is going to lessen and lessen. And it's just built to go crazy in price. So,
That's right.
all
Yep.
right. So I'll talk
Good
so much. I
stuff.
get so excited, man. Like, and talking about
Nah.
revenue streams, it's just
Yep.
really important that people know what's going on.
Yeah. And like we said, we'll have future revenue streams coming in once we build upon this protocol. So like we said, we're adaptable and we plan on expanding.
Exactly. Well, Vin,
Yep.
as always, I appreciate you coming to join me, man.
Absolutely a
Hopefully soon
pleasure.
we'll get more board members that come on, and then this is just a conversation. We're
Yep.
just here to kind of chat and just talk about the greatest of the project, and even answer
Right.
questions. And like Vin said, we'll talk strategy too. you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
um a lot of project leaders they're not interested in talking strategy with you on how to
Right.
use the project.
No. No.
No.
And that
What do
that's sad because it's like you could be like bad news bears, right? When they first start the coach, he just sits there and he drinks, lets the team do whatever they want to do,
right.
running around and not knowing what to do.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
uh,
So
so
this has been our sixth AMA. Please feel free. We do these every Saturday. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, please make sure you hit that like. Also, if you're on YouTube, hit that red button, hit the subscribe as well, and you want to get all notifications so you'll be aware of when we put out videos. It could be a white paper video, it could be short videos, but you
yeah,
want to stay on board with that. Also, you want to make sure you follow us out on Twitter. And again, get well soon, Tina. We need you back. She's one of
yeah,
our backbones here at Stack Cash. Um,
absolutely.
but definitely check out our Twitter, because we keep that updated. And if you really want to talk to the team, I'm gonna tell you where we are. Come to Discord and come to the Telegram. They're
Yep,
both in the description of this video. That's where
that's
you're
right.
gonna need to come if you really want to talk to the guys. You want to talk to the board committee. You might be interested in the NTT. Come talk to us, and we'll be there for you.
That's
Real
right.
quick, before I let you go, Pete said, "Love you guys. Just finished work. Missed most of the AMA again. Pete, we're gonna catch you, man. We're gonna figure out how to catch you, man. Thanks,
That's
Pete.
right.
A committee member, and to be honest, talking about revenue streams and utilities. This AMA was kind of spurred from Pete's question in the Telegram. So
That's right.
thanks again, Pete, for joining us. Definitely now." This should have some replay value, so you guys can go back and listen. Vin and myself, we do a lot to, we do give a lot of information here, so feel free to go back and watch.
Absolutely.
This is always going to be available on YouTube and both on Twitter as well. So,
Right.
all
Yeah, and
right,
if you
Vin, do you
want
have
to,
anything else, man?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you came in and you're late or you didn't hear something you wanted to hear, remember every Wednesday we'll have a voice chat inside our Telegram group, and we'll list the times. We've been trying to play around with that to try to find the sweet spot for everybody. But every Wednesday we'll be in there. We'll have the mics open, and just come on in, talk. You got some questions, talk about it. You want to talk about sports, talk about sports. Want to talk about real world? Right now while the project's getting going, we just want to have fun. We want to chat. We want to talk. We'll take ideas, you know. And we're always looking for people, right, Muddy? We're still looking for people. If you can help us out, come talk to us. Maybe you can get on the team. You know.
Exactly, man. Well put. Well put. We have VCs on Wednesdays to Vin's point. Come check us out. You know, we're ordinary people. You know, it's like come
Yeah,
chat with us. You know, whatever you want to talk about, we're kind of there for it. So
absolutely.
thank you for saying that, Vin. Also, um, we're working on it on our side, but we're going to try to get into Twitter Spaces as well. So that's
Yeah,
going to capture a broader crowd, not necessarily just us DeFi users or our Telegram. So be
right.
stay tuned for that, and the information to be in our Discord and our Telegram. So
Awesome.
all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been another great Saturday. Again, we'll be in the VC on Wednesday. Come check the Telegram for that, and we'll be back next Saturday with another AMA. You guys
Yep.
enjoy your Saturday.
Have a great weekend, everybody.